Hi, my name is Josh.
And my name is Sydney.
Welcome to the special presentation on a very important topic, suicide prevention.
For several years, students enrolled in Video Productions 2 and Animations 2 have participated in a statewide public service announcements contest called Directing Change.
One of the purposes of this contest is to educate young people about the warning signs for suicide and to provide resources for help.
We spoke with several of our school's counselors to learn about why people attempt suicide.
People who attempt suicide have feelings of isolation. They feel that there's no way out of a problem or of the depression that they're feeling. They feel a sense of hopelessness.
People who are thinking about suicide generally will say or do things that indicate that.
People attempt suicide because they don't see another option. They are hurting inside and it's the only option that they see for them at the moment.
In addition to suicide prevention, another goal of the Directing Change contest is to promote mental health awareness. About 1 in 5 youth experience a mental health challenge, while on an average, young people wait 6 to 8 years to get help for the first time they experience these symptoms.
One major reason that prevents young people from getting help is the fear of what others may think, how this will impact their future, and simply not taking their mental health seriously.
The first PSA we are going to look at was created by Brenda Vang, and it examines this issue.
This PSA won a number of awards, including statewide first place in 2016.
Let's take a look.
Why would a person who lives with a mental health challenge choose not to speak up or seek help?
Hey, you seem a bit down. Something in your mind?
Well, actually, never mind. You wouldn't understand.
Those living with a mental health challenge are often discouraged by the stigma surrounding their condition, fearing that everybody will judge, that nobody will understand, that no one will listen, that this isn't a subject that should be talked about. But a diagnosis of mental illness does not define a person.
You know, I'm always here for you, right? If you're struggling with anything, you can always come talk to me.
So many things have been running through my mind, and I just felt as though I shouldn't talk about my diagnosis. So it really means a lot to know that you're here for me.
It's okay to openly talk about mental health challenges, to help someone with a mental health challenge find help, and to just be there to support them. No one has to suffer in silence. You can join the mental health movement and find more information by visiting eachmindmatters.org.
Our next PSA won a 2017 regional 3rd place and $250 in the Mental Health Matters category. It is called Drowning and was produced by Chris Carlos.
Sometimes I felt like I was drowning. Thoughts and worries flooding my mind like water would my lungs, all-encompassing and inescapable. Other times I felt crushed under the weight of it all. Too heavy for one person to carry, I wanted to ask for help. Didn't want to feel alone, but what if they didn't understand? What if they didn't believe me? But I had to try. Asking for help was like the first step into uncharted territory, terrifying. Talking about it was like a gasp of fresh air, my head above water. My thoughts are still a whirlwind, but not one I had to brave alone. Their willingness to listen was a reminder that I am not alone. That I am more than my struggle, and we are more than our struggles. We are survivors. If you or someone you know is struggling with a mental health challenge, reach out or go to mentalhealthmatters.org.
Our next PSA was produced by Andres Garcia, who won a regional honorable mention in 2017.
I used to feel alone, awkward, and self-conscious. I felt as if I was walking down an endless road leading nowhere. I suffered from deep depression, and I couldn't shake the pain. Soon I would catch myself having thoughts of suicide. I ached in pain for someone to come and help and tell me everything's alright. As I drifted off into my daily thoughts of emptiness, someone stepped in and reached out. They told me they were there for me. I later realized in a world this big, there will always be someone to confide in. I'm so thankful someone came to my rescue and made me feel loved. You do not have to suffer alone. Be the difference in someone's life and don't let another beautiful life be wasted. Don't wait until it's too late. Know the signs. Give light to someone in need. If you know someone who is suicidal, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK.
How can you tell if someone is thinking about suicide?
What are the signs to look for?
Major warning signs for people thinking of suicide are people who are talking about death or harming oneself. Sometimes that could be verbally telling you or in hidden messages through writing papers, poems, via social media avenues. Students will sometimes do various ways to put it out there that they are want to hurt themselves.
Brenda Vang won statewide first place in 2015 for her PSA titled, "There is Always Hope."
Withdrawal, disinterest, mood changes. These are some signs of someone that may be at risk for suicide.
Hey, morning. Can't you just leave me alone?
Hey, aren't you coming to practice? Hello?
Are you thinking about suicide?
I'm just overwhelmed. That's it.
Please, I think you should talk to the counselor. If you think someone might be suicidal, it's okay to be direct. It's okay to reach out. It's okay to break the trust and to share your concerns with an adult. Suicide can be prevented. All it takes is one person, one voice, one action. There is always hope. You can make a difference. If you or someone you know may be thinking of suicide, please call the National Suicide Hotline or visit suicideispreventable.org.
Tyler Vaughn used the metaphor of gameplay to explore the options for helping someone.
Something's off about Lucas lately. He was always friendly. What happened to your stuff? Are you thinking about suicide? Yeah, don't tell anyone though. Suicide is a complex issue. It is not caused by one event. Suicide may be caused by multiple sources. Start our conversation off as caring and concerned. Do you want to talk to a counselor? I don't know. How about a suicide prevention lifeline? That sounds okay. Can you be with me when I make the call?
How may I help you today?
I was thinking about suicide.
Do you want to talk about it?
Talking to the person will help in their recovery, but remember, it can be a slow process. Don't give up and keep trying. Do you feel better now? Maybe. Want to go back to the arcade? Yeah, let's bring some friends along. For more information, visit suicidepreventable.org or call 1-800-273-8255.
If you realize someone is thinking about suicide, what can you do?
What are some things you can do to help?
If you know or think that someone is contemplating suicide, it is definitely okay to reach out to a school counselor and get some help for that student. You don't have to be fearful for getting anyone in trouble. It's a definite good step to take, to talk to a counselor.
Is it better to betray a friend's trust to get them the help they need, or keep silent and risk their death?
Ryan Santiago won regional first place in 2016 for his PSA that explores this question.
You haven't been like yourself lately.
Yeah, what's up? All the things we used to do. You don't seem to enjoy them anymore.
It's like you've been isolating yourself and you look depressed all the time. Is this something we can talk about?
There's nothing to talk about. Please. I'd like to be left alone. Hold on. Please, just leave me alone, you two.
We can't just let him go, can we?
We need to contact a counselor or something. Get him the help he needs. It is okay to betray a friend's trust if it will save their life. If you know someone who is thinking about attempting suicide, you can do something to prevent them. Help them cope with their pain and show them that they are not alone, that taking their life is not an option. Suicide is preventable. All it takes is a single person, a single action. You can be that person. You can reach out. You can make a difference. If you or someone you know is contemplating suicide, call the National Suicide Hotline at 1-800-273-TALK. For more information, go to www.suicideispreventable.com.
If someone expresses to you thoughts about suicide, these tips should guide how you act.
Be direct. Talk openly and matter-of-factly about suicide.
Be willing to listen. Allow expressions of feelings. Accept these feelings.
Be non-judgmental.
Get involved. Become available. Show interest and support.
Don't be sworn to secrecy. Seek support.
Contacting a school's counselor is a valuable way to deal with questions or issues you may have, either about your feelings or those others have expressed.
High school counselors can provide a lot of support. Students come to us all the time with various problems. If you're not sure about what to do, a school counselor is the perfect person to ask.
So high school counselors are here to help you, help connect you with community resources very quickly. So we encourage you, if you or a friend or a family member, someone you care about, is having thoughts of suicide, please see your high school counselor immediately, and we can get help for you very quickly.
Your family beliefs and culture can play a role in how you perceive mental health challenges.
It is important to become aware of how your own cultural upbringings can shape your views on how to deal with this issue.
Culture can definitely play a role in how a family or someone deals with mental health challenges and the topic of suicide. There are variations related to ethnic background, religious background, culture, the way an individual is raised, and the experiences that they've had in their life.
Some cultures don't believe that mental health issues are relevant, they're non-existent, when they are existent. And it's hard to have a student or somebody, a friend, who is experiencing these things, but then their culture is telling them that they're not. It is important to recognize people as individuals and show them that what they are experiencing is true and valid, and that you are there to help them, and they will get through this situation.
Holly Cheng created this animated PSA for the Chinese American community.
She won first place and $1,000 in the Through the Lens of Culture category of the contest, and it is an official selection of the 2017 Disney Teen Animation Festival International.
在我们生活当中，每一个人的大脑里都有或多或少的一些不愿意让人知道的东西，尤其是深受传统中国教育的人群，他们大多会把自己的烦恼、痛苦深埋于心。精神病太荒谬了，你不是有精神病，你只是太累了，睡一觉就好了。精神病在华人世界里是一种带有羞愧、耻辱感的疾病。
你好吗？最近有什么事困扰着你？可以告诉我你的痛苦吗？我真的很担心你。
我不知道怎样开口表示我的痛苦。我的父母不明白我到底发生了什么，他们只是敷衍我。
你知道我就在你身边的，我会帮助你的。
希望通过我们的项目研究，有更多的人们来参与、帮助和关爱这个特别的群体，让他们有信心面对自己，面对生活，热爱生活。
A PSA by Michelle Kwan won a 2017 regional third place and $250 in the Through the Lens of Culture category.
憂鬱病係更壓力㗎，啲嘢以前整得開心，冇添啊！但係都係試下教過佢病埋就咁覺得點樣，等佢哋唔會見我係弱。我都驚啲人會講，哦係冇乜嘢啊，我係濕碎嘅，咩都係。我跛翻啲痛喺入邊有個心，好似喺入邊嘅袋啊！有一日，我啲憂鬱病攞得我啊！我唔可以自己一個憂鬱添啊！佢開始我啲希望走晒啊！但係我個朋友伸佢嘅手出嚟，好彩佢去問我，又係咪有咩問題啊？我成日病埋都冇咩嘢考，所以我講出嚟咯。佢聽我，同埋俾嗰個防自殺死嘅電話號數，同埋我唔使自己孭住呢個壓力添啊！
Anyone in high school knows that, even though it might not show on the outside, sometimes it's easy to feel overwhelmed. If you're feeling that way, know that you're not alone.
Being a teenager it can be rough. Most teens struggle with confidence, self-doubt. They have challenges with friends, with family, with rules, all kinds of things. It's common to have these challenges, and no teen should ever feel like they are the only one with these issues. And a school counselor is a person that they can talk to about some of these challenges, rather than taking a very desperate or permanent step, such as suicide.
So teen years can be very emotional and turbulent. Teens often deal with feelings of self-doubt. They struggle with peer pressure, grades, family issues, friends issues at school, alienation. Depression is a major risk factor for teen suicide.
Most teens suffer from occasional bouts of depression, but this is generally caused by something specific that has happened to them.
There are some who suffer depression that does not seem tied to any particular situation.
The good news is that depression is treatable.
Depression is definitely treatable. You definitely can feel better. There isn't a one-size-fits-all treatment for depression. The earlier one seeks help for depression, the better the results, but they definitely can feel better.
Everybody handles depression differently, and it's just a matter of what works for you. There is not a one-size-fits-all for depression, so it's finding the right stuff that fits for you to make you feel better.
If you know someone who needs help, or if you feel that you need help, there are a number of great resources available for help.
One of these is the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. They have a 24-hour phone number. The number is 1-800-273-TALK.
Their website, www.suicidepreventionhotline.org, has additional information and a chat feature.
Suicide is a very serious thing to deal with. No individual should have to deal with that on their own. And it is important to know that suicide is a permanent fix to a temporary solution. You cannot bring back suicide. So if you or somebody you know is battling with suicide or hurting themselves, please, please make sure that you talk to a trusted adult, a counselor, a teacher on campus. You utilize the various resources available to get the help you need or they need.
You now have the information that can help you or others if you're feeling overwhelmed.
We hope that you will connect to these resources if you find that you need them.
Thanks for watching.